Morning everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to use a liquid foundation for a summer foundation routine, but also a powder foundation. So let's get started. As you can see, I'm not wearing any makeup, which I am not glamorous without. And the first thing that I'm going to put on my face is the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Blemish Concealer. And I'm going to try to get the camera to focus on this. Hopefully you can see it. As you can tell, I've used this quite a bit. I use this even when it's not in the summer months to put on. I just spot it on and it works extremely well. I have very sensitive skin, so to use a product that doesn't make me break out is a wonderful thing to me to find. So I just put it on the spots that I know I need it the most. This is kind of a brushy top, as you can see, and sometimes I will actually put it on my finger, sometimes I just blot it on. I really haven't had a problem with, you know, keeping it not clean, basically, because it is a brush, you'd want to keep it clean, but I haven't had a problem with it making me break out. So then what I do is I just rub it in. And as you can kind of see, it blends in pretty nice. That's what I like about this product, is it blends in really well. And with this stuff, it's a treatment for your blemishes. So you're also kind of putting an extra thing on your face. So just to tell you beforehand, I did wash my face like I do every morning, and I put SPF moisturizer on my face. It's very, very important for you to moisturize your face. Even if you have oily skin, there are moisturizers out there for people who have very oily skin. You still want to keep up on moisturizer, or I mean even just an SPF, regardless of whether it's winter or summer months, especially summer months. I get very, very dark spots on my face, on my forehead. It just runs in the family, so I have to be very careful with my skin on my forehead. So what I do next is I take because I do have dark circles underneath my eyes, just like I think everybody does, especially women. I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. And this stuff is absolutely amazing. I did a lot of research online before I bought it. And so you take the little brush and you swoop it under your eyes. Take your ring finger and just pat it on. Sometimes I use, excuse me, sometimes I use a brush. Sometimes I don't. It just depends how I'm feeling that day and if my skin is sensitive. If I had been out in the sun like all day the day prior, then I probably wouldn't use a brush. I mean, even though my brush that I use, which is the small foundation brush by Sonia Kashuk, I probably wouldn't, just because you know, it's kind of like your own touches. You kind of know how sensitive you are. Even if you have sunscreen on your face and you've been out in the sun all day, you know how your skin is really sensitive. The brush, I think, blends it better. And you just literally go into the corner of your eye and down where you're kind of like, I always think of like a basset hound puppy dog. I think of how their eyes kind of droop. I kind of do the same thing with the makeup, is I go that far into it. Now, You can follow this around and just kind of pat it on your eye. And bring it around. This is another product that blends very well, because as you're gonna see in a second, I'm not gonna put liquid foundation on my face. I will show you a different way to put it on, but my powder foundation that I'm gonna be using is the Neutrogena Mineral Shears Powder Foundation with SPF 20. And I use Natural Beige in this. I'll tell you the other colors of the other products that I use. So I take my Mary Kay mineral foundation brush. You can get a mineral foundation brush anywhere. I think Sonia Kashuk sells them. They're at Target. And then I just, and then I tap it. And you can see the product. So because I have really dry skin right here, I try not to go right there with this product, because it'll dry it out really well, especially the Neutrogena. This is the best one I've found so far. Maybelline has one that I really want to try. It's the Age Rewind. I really want to try it, but I'm trying not to use too many different products on my face. And then, so you just apply it like you would. Almost like really like you would a foundation. Now, I think this is perfect for summer. My skin stays actually really clear. And make sure you get up into your hairline, down the side, down the jawbone. And because you have hairs that lay on your face, you want to go up, like in a circular motion like this, to get underneath those hairs so your product lays on your skin. This stuff is not heavy at all. Some powders make my skin feel dry instantly. This helps with my skin on the top where it's oily. If you have extremely oily skin, I would be very careful, and I would probably test it out before you actually go out and use it on a day that you're not really going to be out, because the oil in your skin actually will change the color of your powder. Some powders have a technique in them that won't change your color, so look at those kind of products. I think L'Oreal has a product out like that. So, try that if you want to look into a powder foundation. And so that is my makeup routine for the summer. I hope you can kind of tell the difference. So that's what I use. Now, in order for you, if you wanted to use a liquid foundation, you just take your liquid foundation, shake it up, and then put it on the back of your clean hand and just pour just a little tiny bit out, okay? And take your cream foundation brush. This is one by Sonia Kashuk, and I'm going to turn the water on. And literally wet the brush and shake it out. And take your brush and just barely get any on there. And then apply it. I apply my cream foundation in sections. So it's not, so I'm doing this half and then this half. If I'm in a hurry, I, obviously spread it even, but I kind of don't really go in sections. So it kind of just depends, but generally I put my cream foundation off section by section. Then that way I get an even feel on it. And that's all you do. So you just, take it, just get a tiny bit. A tiny bit goes a long ways because you're watering it out. You're thinning it out. You can, if you are able to, I'm not able to, use a moisturizing a tinted moisturizer. I don't know what it is between, if it's combining the foundation with the SPF, but it makes me break out. But like I said, I have very sensitive skin. They also have a product out there that's called a BB cream, and it's like a tinted moisturizer. It's just a little tiny heavier, so it gives you a little more coverage, but it's lighter than liquid foundation. So you can kind of combine those two, you know, those 3 options if you don't like powder foundations. So I kind of go back and forth between the 2 methods, depending upon what the weather's going to be like, or how often or how much I'm going to be out in the sun. I would definitely try to stick to any powder or any liquid foundation that does have SPF in it. Even though you're putting a moisturizer with SPF on your face, it just gives you that extra protection. People don't think that you'll get tan on your face with an SPF, but that's not true, because I get stinking dark with an SPF on. But I do work out outside, so I like the powder foundation because it's light enough that when I come home from work and I go straight to working out, I don't feel like I'm going to have this whole cake mess just melt off my face and get into my pores and just make me break out more. So I hope you like it. Definitely, if you have any questions, just comment below or Facebook me, whatever's easiest for you. So I hope you like it, and I hope I look better than what I did like 10 minutes ago. So talk to you later. Bye.